Method acting, a demonstration of an actor's commitment to a role and dedication to his craft, or an overestimation of the importance and global impact an actor has in a movie. If you've ever watched an intense performance and seen an actor change their physical appearance or alter their mannerisms off set, chances are you are watching a method actor at work. Method acting, one of the most immersive and controversial acting techniques, is all about blurring the lines between performer and role. But at what point does dedication to a role cross a line into dangerous obsession? How much should an actor be willing to suffer for their craft? And is method acting even necessary to deliver a great performance? Method acting was developed in the early 20th century by Russian theater practitioner Konstantin Stanislavski. The idea was simple. Instead of pretending to be a character, the actor should become the character by drawing on real-life experiences and emotions. Over time, this evolved into actors fully immersing themselves in roles, sometimes to an extreme degree. Some of Hollywood's most celebrated performances have come from actors who took method acting to the next level. Consider Daniel Day-Lewis. Known as one of the most committed method actors of all time, he famously stayed in character for months. While preparing for My Left Foot, in which he played a man with cerebral palsy, he refused to leave his wheelchair, making crew members push him around and even spoon-feed him. For Lincoln, he insisted that everyone on set call him Mr. President and never broke character, even when texting co-stars. The result? He won an Oscar. And then there's Christian Bale, who has physically transformed his body multiple times for roles. He dropped over 60 pounds for The Machinist, and when Bale was preparing for the role, he survived on a diet of whiskey and cigarettes, saying, "Denying yourself food, it kind of really puts you in a bizarre mental state. And that's exactly where I'm gonna be." Some actors and directors believe that method acting can be taken to dangerous extremes. While losing weight, staying in character 24/7, or isolating oneself might make for a compelling performance, it can also be physically and mentally damaging. A famous example is Jim Carrey's transformation into the comedian Andy Kaufman for The Man on the Moon. Carrey didn't just play Kaufman, he became him, adopting his mannerisms and personality to the point where he alienated co-stars and frustrated the film crew. Years later, Carrey admitted that the experience was emotionally exhausting and that he lost himself in the role. If an actor can't switch off, does the psychological toll outweigh the art? Not all actors subscribe to the belief that method acting is necessary. Some of Hollywood's biggest names think that it's overhyped and at times downright ridiculous. Sir Laurence Olivier famously mocked method acting when working with Dustin Hoffman on the set of Marathon Man. Hoffman, trying to get into character, stayed awake for 72 hours to appear exhausted for a scene. Olivier's response? "My dear boy, why don't you just try acting?" Other modern actors have echoed similar sentiments. Meryl Streep, widely regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time, because she is, doesn't believe in method acting. She once said she doesn't need to become a character in her daily life. She simply acts when the cameras roll. Brian Cox, the veteran actor from Succession, has openly criticized method actors, calling it self-indulgent and unnecessary, calling method acting bullshit, arguing that actors should be able to turn their performances on and off. Gary Oldman, another powerhouse performer, argues that acting should be about craft, not suffering. He's played everyone from Winston Churchill to Dracula without needing to live as those characters off screen. It's just a job, he says. At the end of the day, you go home. There's no denying that some method actors have delivered legendary performances, but is method acting the reason for their brilliance, or would they have been just as good without it? Some argue that true talent doesn't require extreme measures. Anthony Hopkins, who won an Oscar for The Silence of the Lambs, doesn't believe in method acting. His approach? Memorize the lines, show up on set, and do the job. And his portrayal of Hannibal Lecter remains one of the most chilling in cinematic history. Method acting has led to some questionable performances. Jared Leto's over-the-top Joker in Suicide Squad was largely panned, despite his deep commitment to the role, and while Christian Bale's physical transformations are impressive, some argue that drastic weight loss or weight gain shouldn't be mistaken for great acting. Maybe, when it comes down to it, method acting is just a tool some actors use to prepare for a role. At the end of the day, no amount of fasting, isolation, or antagonizing fellow cast and crew is going to transform a shitty actor into a good actor. And by the same token, a great actor is going to give a great performance no matter their body weight or appearance. So how far is too far? Let me know what you think. Did Laurence Olivier have a point when he said, "Why not just try acting?" Thanks for watching.